Hello there, my friends, and welcome back to another Ultimate Skyrim development update. Thank you for joining me here today. As always, I'd like to say hello to my newest patrons. Thank you all very much for your contributions and your support, without which Ultimate Skyrim would not exist. I truly do appreciate it. I've got a very exciting update for you guys today, or at least I think it's very exciting. In my last video update, I introduced a new crafting station called the Crafting Table. The Crafting Table had two specific goals: to improve usability by consolidating crafting recipes under a single menu, and to improve immersion by providing a crafting station that could theoretically create all these different items. After further playtesting, I found that the Crafting Table came closer to meeting these goals than the previous system, but it didn't go far enough in my opinion. Players still had to hop between crafting stations in the case of the forge and the smelter, and there were still many things craftable at the table that didn't really make sense if you broke it down far enough. As one comment noted on the last video, you can't throw a bloody hide on a table and somehow tan it into leather. With these issues in mind, I approached the team with a new idea that combined the usability of a single crafting menu with the immersion of separate crafting stations, and with their help, and especially the help of Gatto, who wrote the implementation code himself, we came up with a brand new crafting system that I call Dynamic Crafting. In this system, all crafting is accomplished through the player's personal crafting menu, and the available recipes dynamically update based on the crafting stations nearby. For example, if you open your crafting menu outside the blacksmith shop in Whiterun, you can access recipes from the tanning rack, the forge, and the smelter, all in the same menu. You'll also notice that the tanning rack is back since there's no longer any need to replace it. We missed you, buddy. Just so you know, the crafting table is still around, and it also functions with dynamic crafting. It's just been edited to feature recipes that would actually be possible at the table. The only stations that don't use dynamic crafting are workbenches, grindstones, alchemy labs, and enchanting tables, all of which must be kept separate since they function differently than the other crafting stations. The last feature of dynamic crafting is that players can now reference any recipe at any time. Simply open up your crafting menu, search for the recipe you want, and like magic, you can see all the required ingredients as well as the required crafting station. In this way, your crafting menu also functions as a sort of recipe book, which is something the team and I have been trying to implement for a very long time. To recap, dynamic crafting consolidates all recipes into a single menu, no station hopping necessary. It maintains the immersion of specific stations offering specific recipes, and it allows you to reference any recipe at any time, anywhere in the world. My hope is that this new system finally delivers on the goals of improved usability and total immersion, and I hope you guys will agree. Also, in case you weren't aware, in 4.0 you can build crafting stations wherever you like, so it's perfectly possible to set up a camp or a player house that makes full use of dynamic crafting. That about wraps up my work from the past 2 weeks. My goal for the next 2 weeks is to finish editing the game's recipes to work with dynamic crafting, and to finally finish my edits to the crafting mechanics to pave the way for Beta 5. God knows I'd like to move on to something else at this point. As always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to join us for the weekly Twitch stream Monday at 10 a.m. PST, or leave your comments below and I will get to them ASAP. Thanks so much for watching and for the support, and I will see you in 2 weeks with another development update.